gonna cut this one short. Hey everybody, it's Reno here from RF Films. And wow, what is this, like the 5th animation now? Don't forget that I'm still a film channel, okay? This is a regular thing now, but I'm not an animation channel, okay? So, I have some tales from the soda shop today. I think these are gonna be a little bit more regular, and I'm gonna have some of the other guys tell stories that they have too. But let's hop right into it. So, one day at the shop, Caleb and I were working together. I wasn't alone this time, so that's cool. I think it was nearing the end of the day. Pretty slow day for the most part. A woman comes in with 2 kids, and they walk to the back where the drugstore is. And Caleb and I are just working away, wiping stuff down. I don't know, maybe we were playing patty cake or something in the corner. And this kid, while they're walking back, is like, "Mom, I want ice cream. I want ice cream, Mom. Mom, I want ice cream." And she's like, "No, you don't need ice cream. It's fine. We're just gonna go to the back, and we're gonna be out. It's gonna be really quick." And they go to the back, and this kid is still like, "Please, just ice cream. It's only $1. It's small, please." And then when she comes back and is done in the drugstore part, she's like, "What flavors are there?" And we're like, you got your white chocolate raspberry, you got your chocolate chip cookie dough, you got your cookies and cream, you got your strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla, and like that's all the flavors we have. And I mean, you could do like a shake, you could do a malt, you could get some flavor stuff on it. So I mean, you should totally do it, and it's cheap. So like, bam, buy your kid some ice cream. And she's like, I forgot my wallet. It's not in my purse. Alright, we're gonna go out to the car, and we're gonna get my wallet, and then we're gonna come back in, okay, bud? And the kid's like, yeah! And so they leave, and it comes time for us to close. And they didn't come back in, and it was a solid half an hour. It was at least a half an hour. That kid never got his ice cream, and I feel really bad about it, to be honest. I was ready to serve that kid some frozen dairy product. I have a couple short stories just like that one, not even as long. Nearing the beginning of my fountaineering position, as it's called, I was told to clean the refrigerator. And I had never had a job, like a real job before, besides when I was a berry farmer, but that's an unrelated story. I've never had a job before, so I didn't know the ropes exactly, or common sense. I was told to clean the refrigerator, and I'm like, what do I clean it with? Just like a soap and water rag or something? I won't say names, but someone told me to clean it with cleaning spray, like disinfectant, or like chemical stuff. And I did, and the next day, I walk in, and my boss is at the cash register, and he's like, "Noah, come on a walk with me." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Like, I shivered a little bit. It was scary. I didn't even think about what I had done. I didn't know why this was happening. So we walk, because it's downtown, so the bank was like 3 doors down. But so we walk, and she tells me what I did, and that it was just like common sense to not put chemicals into food. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. So that was another event. Another thing that I really enjoyed about the shop is that the shop shared a building with a Jimmy John's. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Jimmy John's. I prefer Firehouse Subs. But if there's anybody out there who works at Jimmy John's, I still like you. Because see, I don't like the restaurant, but every day to get ice for our soda machine, we would have to go into the Jimmy John's for their ice maker thing. And every day I would go in to the restaurant, almost every day. I kind of took it over as my job, but Caleb would still sometimes do it. You friggin' jerk. Anyways, I would go in there, and the same guy who's like always there, I think it was the manager of that particular Jimmy John's, he would always like say, "Hey, how's it going?" or whatever. And like, he was a trooper too. During the winter, he would always shovel the snow off his specific part of the sidewalk, like just from where their property ends or whatever. And which, I mean, is great, but I don't know if that 4 seconds of relief is worth it. We never did that. One story in particular that I love, and it actually started an inside joke for the period of time that I worked there. I went to go get ice, and I couldn't find the ice scoop anywhere. And so I tell the main guy who has red hair, his name will be George. And so George and I are looking all over for this ice scoop thing. I then look into the ice maker, and lo and behold, I see a dark figure of an ice scoop down in the ice. And I'm like, hey, George, I found the ice scoop. It's in the ice machine. And I said it pretty loudly because all of the employees were not in my vicinity, so I had to say it pretty loudly so anybody could hear me. And every single employee, there was like 3 or 4 working there at the time, it was a pretty busy day, all of them at the same time, except for one, say, "Chris!" Like, they all just straight up blamed this guy, and then he's like, yeah, it was me. Like... Like, they all just knew exactly who it was. And so we put gloves on and we get the scoop out. And I get my ice and I go back. But there's just stuff like that. You know, these Jimmy John's employees, man. I know this video took a turn, but these Jimmy John employees are one for the books. There'll probably be more of these. Probably be more Tales from the Soda Shop and more Jimmy John's employees videos in the future. So, bye.